are a millennial like me, I'm sure you know Super Mario. I used to play it on Atari. Yes, I'm from that generation that used to play Atari. Don't judge me. Super Mario, he would jump through obstacles, trying to collect coins, getting these superpowers. And a lot of times he would fall in a pit, get hit on a turtle in the face, trying to save this princess who doesn't even know that he exists. Over and over and over, I never won that game. I don't even know anybody that did. Which makes you think, am I playing the game or the game is playing me? Do I have the control or I'm just a puppet? Is it fate or it's a free will? Let's find out. Hello, beautiful people. I am Diana, and this is Diana's Show. I'll be talking to you about a variety of subjects, so many different things, but the goal will always be to make our life better, more beautiful, happier for us and for everybody around us. I will learn from you, and you will learn from me. And I hope I live up to your expectation. Let's go. Like I mentioned before, it has been the questions for centuries. Do I have the free will or it's a fate? Is it all written before I was born? All the events, all the scenarios has been already set on stone and I have no control over it whatsoever, or I do have the ability. I'm going to tell you a story. Oh, before I tell you the story, there's two school of thoughts. Some people say, you know what? It's all fate. God knows what he's doing. It's all written. Everybody's fate is known. Everybody's end is known. And the other school says, no, we're in control. We are in charge and the creator of our life and what happened and what goes through it. Well, guess what? It's a little bit of both. It's a balance of both of those. I'm going to tell you a story about fate. It's the story of Oedipus. Oedipus' story in the Greek mythology. Basically, Oedipus, when he was born to a king and queen. And he was born with a prophecy. The prophecy said that Oedipus would kill his father and marry his mother. Yeah, I know. It's a messed up business. His parents, upon finding out about this prophecy, they were like, not today. Hell with that, that's gonna happen. They took him and threw him in the desert, hoping that any of the wild animal will find him and eat him, and we can get over with this whole thing. But a couple found him. Another king and queens from a different village or different country. Not sure exactly about the details. They found him and they raised him as his own. Somehow, Oedipus, along his life, he found out that about the prophecy and that he's going to kill his father and he's going to marry his mother. But he did not find out that he was adopted. Freaked out by this information, he decided to run away from his parents, so he does not fulfill the prophecy. Along this journey, he meets up with a man. He has a huge fight with a man, and he kills the man. Spoiler alert, that was his real father. He gets to that country that this man was from, and he meets with the queen, and he falls in love with her, and he marries her. Another spoiler alert, that was his mother. Basically, after this, Oedipus gets so upset upon finding out what he did that he took his eyes out. I understand. It was tragic. It was tragedy. The guy became blind, and it was messed up. So that takes us to the point. Oedipus tried to run away from his fate, but because his fate is a fate, so it was written, so he had to fulfill it. But did he really? Did he really have to kill that man? He had the choice not to kill the man, but he did. I remember a quote from Carl Jung. He says, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will write your life and you will call it fate. So Oedipus, basically, he was so traumatized by this prophecy that he actually made it happen. But that takes us to a different concept, the concept of the thermometer and the thermostat. A thermometer reacts to the temperature around it. Thermostat sets the temperature around it. Whatever comes your way, you decide how it's going to be. You decide how is the weather. It's like waking up in the morning. The thermometer says the weather is going to be bad today, or you are planning to have a bad day today. You decide your internal weather. Are you going to have a good day or a bad day? Are you going to be a thermometer or are you going to be a thermostat? I'm always surprised about these people who say, you know what, it's the very little thing can mess up your whole day. No, dude, it can't. You decide that it will. If you are that fragile that a little thing will mess up your whole day, then you're a thermometer, you're not a thermostat. But it's easier to say that somebody else is in control. It's easier to say, you know what, it's the external circumstances. It's my external environment. That way you can get away with accountability. I look at it this way. I feel like God or the universe gave us a beautiful paint. Usually, when there is a paint, it's outlined. So the paint is outlined, but it's not colored. You have the colors. You color it the way that you want to. You choose the colors, but you have the outline. It's like you have so many scenarios for one thing to happen. It depends on what file you're going to pick out, and this is your action and your reaction to your external circumstances. A lot of things you have no control over. I have no control over what family I was born in. I have no control who are my parents. I have no control what culture or religion or race I came from. But you'll be damn sure that I have the control to decide how it's going to be in the future. It's like you're riding a bike. As you're riding the bike, you cannot control the weather. You cannot control an idiot who's on his phone scrolling TikTok and not seeing where he's walking. You cannot control that. The only thing you can control is you not getting yourself into accident. And even if you did, are you going to continue or are you going to decide, to turn back and go home? It's all in your hand. Now that takes us to a concept about manifestation. I believe strongly in manifestation. In manifestation, your internal world is reflected on your outside circumstances. If you believe you're a very unlucky person and everything bad happens to you, guess what? You're an unlucky person and everything bad happens to you. If you believe you're a lucky person and you're always blessed and you're abundant and things comes your way, also guess what? You are that way. It's a matter what you believe about yourself that comes into truth. Nobody is in charge. Nobody has a control of what hand you're handed in this life, but you have the control to decide how it's going to go. To put it in simpler terms, fate equals timing, circumstances, and surprising twists. Free will equals awareness, action, and beliefs. You put fate and you put free will together, and this is your destiny. This is your simpler term. Fate, what happens to you. Your free will is how you react to it. Oedipus did not have to kill that man. He did not have to marry this woman. He chose to. If somebody goes to jail because he punched somebody in the face and he says, you know what? It's fate. No, dude, it's not fate. You punched that man in the face. And that's why you're in jail. There's consequence for your action. It could have taken a different direction, but you chose that direction. You choose the direction. You have the GPS. You know your destination, exactly where you're going. It's not going to change. But you can take so many ways. You decide to go get stuck in traffic. You can decide to go pay so many tolls. Or you can, take a little bit longer way and skip all that. Still get to your destination. There's so many ways to do one thing. There's so many tools to use to do one thing. You decide what tools, and you're responsible for the consequence of these tools and these actions. Therefore, fate is the plot twist. And you have the tools, you have the belief, and you have the awareness. We're not just puppets. We're not just here, to say, I don't have the control. Somebody else does. Not really, no. That's just, running away from accountability. You're just being lazy. You don't want to do the work. Sorry, I'm going to hold your hands while saying this. Which actually, I already said it without holding your hands. Please forgive me. That was the whole thing, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you got the idea and the whole concept of it. And if something exciting happened to you, or that strikes a certain way of things, or you can bring a different perspective to this whole conversation, please comment down below. I would love to hear your opinion, and I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time.